The atmosphere spins slowly, imperceptibly, to its position of the first hour of the day, the 26th of Lifenu, 1117, which promises to be fresh and bright across the southwest as the spring takes hold of the cog. A chill Aetherdawn wind blows down from the mighty Lanthumian mountains and teases the thick teal-coloured grasses of the invisible and seemingly unguarded Zuge border. As soon as the beams of light dapple sourceless from the mystical morning sky, illuminating the far distant vertical cog like a split on the horizon. As soon as the wildflowers awaken to the light, there is a commotion. Some are on foot, having walked the 10 or so miles from nearby Raqqa during the night. A hunched hobgoblin with canvas packs reinforced by bamboo, clutching a pocket-sized red hardback book to their breast. Some on horseback. A skinny half-orc with blonde tousled hair, strapped with 3 scroll cases across their chest. Large groups travelling together. A squat, long and wide wagon with windsocks shaped like sea bass, and blue and iron grey ribbons blasting brassy horns to clear the path as it trundles along. And strange methods of arrival. As far from the road, a burst of red and electric blue energy crests and dissipates like foam on a wave, revealing a well-appointed woman in a silver dress, accompanied by 4 uniformed guards in long coats, one carrying a pristine white chest. As hundreds fill the path and climb the hill under the eyes and curved horns of a rearing white goat statue, the same white stone of the keep it stands by, the 9 towers of the Crystal Home. The assembled folk spread out, around the goat and the towers, forming a loose queue. Above them, a carved shield of stone shows a comet, an open book on a swirling purple, 2 sphinxes as supporters, and a crest of a pointed hat, and the same towers that now sit a dizzying 900 feet or so above them. There is a mechanical spark, a sweet singing noise, and the assembled stand, collect their things, or bask in the ripple of anticipation. A polite but hearty cheer when the sound of gears clicking and the solid wood and iron portcullis begins to rise. The chung, chung, chung. The Goat Gate opens regularly for visitors, but today is special. The 6th morn that begins the book evaluation, the tome trade, and which opens the use of the House of Research for a new cog year. As the Goat Gate fully retracts into its place with a thud, the white stone cobbles are revealed, cut into signs and sigils in an enormous intricate pattern that doesn't truly repeat or tessellate. The first figure in the gate is another statue. A woman in a flowing robe, her face obscured by a mask of a teardrop and a disc, her ears long and pointed, a nostalgic relic of a form. The goddess Sixia, in one of her most popular and widely known depictions. Her hands are open, her fingers twisted in sonamic contortions, and between her palms, 2 floating cogs. Behind Sixia is a wall decorated in sphinx, lamassu, dragons, and elves in a stylised frieze, against which stands a tiefling woman, in a stylish bustle, somewhat ruined by its palette of purples and pale cornflower blue. This red-skinned horned woman looks at the visitors to the gate like she is receiving the best gift on the present. Above, in dotted patterns, fist-sized clusters of crystals float, gently bobbing in the breeze 15 feet above the cobblestones. As most first-time visitors will find, following the crystals leads your eye ever upward, past the carved inner wall to the strange centred tower, a cluster of buildings on a thin column, like a flower of brick or some sort of valve on a musical instrument. From this, thin bridges, too thin to be sound, lead back out to the walls of the outer 9 towers. Then, with little hints of the sky above, the weave of the top turrets within the walls.